24 reorganization regular monthly meeting. May I have a motion, please? Ms. Kelly, second. Ms. Plesky, all in favor? None opposed? And as we always do in August, we have to welcome some new staff to our office. So we usually make you stand up and make a big deal, but we'll just, give you a wave and a nod and acknowledge. So Math AIS E&L teacher at Waverly Park, Karen Barry, welcome. Physical education and health teacher at South Middle School, Kyle Sliwak. Play pickleball? All right, good. then you are hired. E&L teacher at West End. I do not believe she is here, but Michelle Wang is not here, but congratulations. And long-term substitute at Marion Street, Lauren Milala. Welcome. Moving on, reports from trustees. Mr. Murray, anything on policy committee?
We're having just a second reading of a policy that we spoke about at an earlier meeting, just bringing our budget adoption policy in line with current regulations.
Thank you for that riveting report. Anything else from anyone else on the board? Nothing back?
Move on, let's go.
No old business, no new business. Superintendent's report, Dr. Lynch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Belmont. Just to talk about our universal pre-K program, we currently have 121 enrollees. We have spots for 150, so we have plenty of open spaces. We're going to do a push out on Facebook and on the website tomorrow to just try to get more people. But so if anyone is watching, people should know that we're still open for business, and we're looking forward for that. Any new spots, however, will be at the JCC. Tiny Tykes is full, so just to let you know that. Then our summer program. So we had our exciting ESY program at Waverly Park, and there were 54 students that were serviced there. We had some great. We had a great field trip where the kids from ESY came up doing tours of different businesses in the district, and one of them was our central office. And they got to take a picture with me, and we had some fun, and they had some mock interviews. It was a great day. So we thank Mrs. Schiller and the team down at Waverly Park for that. Summer Playground serviced 628 kids this year. Mrs. Curran started a really exciting new program this year. It was an academic math and reading it's not extra support, it was fun. It was learning fun, and that serviced 253 kids. So that was a pilot program this year. I think it has given itself a pretty good proof of concept, so we may, at budget time, need to take a hard look at Summer Playground and see ways to expand it and to really put academic focus as part of the program. I think parents were appreciative. I thank you, Mrs. Curran. And that also thank, of course, Mr. Bruno and Mrs. Duress for all their work at Summer Playground, having such another successful year. Our E&L program was held in 3 schools. We had an elementary, a middle school, and a high school program, and that served 27 kids. So we're very happy with that program. We thank Mrs. Torres for her leadership. We thank Mrs. Fitzsimmons, Ms. Healy, and Mr. Wolf for their work in the E&L program. Summer school, Mr. Dr. Blex, do you know how many kids we serviced in summer school? So we had that, but an exciting extension of summer school this year. We had 40 students who did a summer STEM-related project. So it was a really great program for rising 9th graders. So kids coming out of the middle school actually got to work in our science research lab. And what was really exciting was that some of our science research kids, some of the people who are we've seen at the microphone, our high school kids, worked as lab assistants for the 9th graders. And I think they learned almost more than the other kids did. It was just a really good collaborative experience. And then another great thing that happened in the STEM world is we had a AI Institute, and it was taught by graduate students from MIT and Stanford, and it was really a national site. Other districts sent kids here, so it was really a good feather in our cap. And then, of course, the summer recreation program that goes on every year, giving kids positive outlets where they can play sports during the summer. We thank Mr. Hetrick. And then just a shout out to Mr. Finder for summer school and for Mr. Vasalico for the summer STEM occasion. So that was all really great stuff. Before I turn it over to Mr. Press and Mr. Press, I just want to do one bit of public relations. So you're going to see on the website starting today, we've done a big push for our Parent Square app. We're changing our communications. We're moving from our old Parent Link to Parent Square. I cannot emphasize this enough. People, please download the app. So we are right now in the process of trying to sort out some data. We're trying to match cell phone numbers to landlines. All of those problems go away if people download the app. So I'm just going to ask everyone to download the app. It would be incredibly helpful. But on that point of sorting out data, another exciting thing that we're going to be moving to is all online updating of contact information. So where you used to get the piece of paper and you had to fill it out, you had 4 different schools, you had to fill it out 4 different times. You'll now go in child by child and update your contact information. The reason why I'm mentioning it at this time is because that's the information that feeds into Parent Square. So if you want your information correct in Parent Square, you have to go into Power School enrollment, and we're going to have very obvious places where you're supposed to put your information, like the first phone number should be your mobile number, because that's where a lot of Parent Square does a lot of stuff via text. So that's all going to come out. I got an update today. Power School enrollment is almost ready to go. It is in the testing phase, so we will be rolling that out, and then we'll be putting some stuff on the instructions on the website of how that all goes. So that's all some good stuff. But that being said, I do want to mention that Parent Square, we already have 615 parents have downloaded the app. So that's pretty good early adoption, being we've barely done anything. But so if you go to the website now, you'll see an alert that says download the Parent Square app. And then tomorrow morning, you'll start to see some information about that UPK open up. So those are the big things. I'm going to put it over to Mr. Press to talk about food service and capital projects.
Thank you, Dr. Lynch. We are essentially putting the final pieces together for elementary breakfast. Our big challenge really at this point has been finding staffing for the program. So if anyone is out there wants to be a monitor for our breakfast program at the elementary schools, please reach out to myself or Dr. Berman. We are looking, if all goes well, to launch that the first full week of the school year, not the first week of the school year. And just in terms of capital projects, the big things going on Marion Street, the lights are going in this summer. The bases have already been installed around the field. The light poles themselves and the lights are supposed to be delivered on Monday, and they'll be installed and they'll be tested next week. The one unknown at this point is we need a new transformer to power the lights, and that is it's being manufactured. We do not have an ETA yet on when that would be delivered, and then we're dependent on PSEG to kind of get that all connected and hooked up. There's additionally at Marion Street, there's some concrete work going on there, like the ramp down to the cafeteria and in that general area is going in. We're trying to also convert, there are steps there. We're trying to put a ramp in to make it easier for folks to access that back area and the field off of Waverly there. Middle school, there was a South Middle School, the boys' bathroom there was redone. We're just waiting on a couple of final pieces. That'll be done by the end of the month. West End, the part of the roof there over the Voyager classroom is being redone. They started work, I believe, today. Today or yesterday, I was up there today taking a look. Not a fun job to be doing in the middle of summer, but that also is supposed to be done by the end of the month. And as always, our custodial crew, very busy this summer, cleaning buildings, refreshing some offices and some classrooms throughout the district. So that's all I've got.
And if I may, Mr. Belmont, there's one thing I had forgotten to mention that we received news over the summer that Lynbrook High School has been named a School of Excellence by the New York State Public High Schools Sports Association. So a School of Excellence means that 75% of our varsity teams qualified to receive scholar athletes. So that's another feather in our cap. So congratulations to everyone. Back to you.
At this time, we will open up any comments to the community. If anyone would like to address the board, pretty much going to be you, Mary Beth.
There is a microphone.
Yay or nay? No? No? All right, so moving on, we unfortunately have two sympathy resolutions this evening. The first is for Thelma McIntyre. Whereas the members of the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District have learned with sorrow of the passing of Thelma McIntyre, former employee in the Lynbrook School District, and whereas Thelma McIntyre served as nurse and teacher at Marion Street for 20 years, from 1969 through 1989, and whereas the Board of Education is mindful of the contributions made to our district by Thelma McIntyre during the years of service to our community, be it resolved that the Board of Education records its sorrow, its sympathy, and the esteem in which Mrs. McIntyre was held, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be sent to the family of Thelma McIntyre with the hope that they will find solace and comfort in the rich heritage of good works for which she is remembered and revered. Sympathy resolution for Louis Quiroga, groundskeeper. Whereas the members of the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District have learned with sorrow of the passing of Luis Quiroga, former employee of the Lynbrook School District. Whereas Luis Quiroga served as a groundskeeper at Lynbrook High School for 26 years, from 1994 through 2020. And whereas the Board of Education is mindful of the contributions made to our district by Luis Quiroga during his years of service to our community, be it resolved that the Board of Education records its sorrow, its sympathy, and the esteem in which Mr. Luis Quiroga was held, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be sent to the family of Luis Quiroga with the hope that they will find solace and comfort in the rich heritage of good works for which he is remembered and revered. We have one donation this evening. The board gratefully acknowledges and accepts a donation of $350 from the class of 2004 to be used for the summer playground program. We have two walk-in resolutions this evening. 2408G69. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District hereby approves the terms of the stipulation of settlement dated August 14th, 2024, between the Board of Education and the employee named in the confidential attachment B. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education authorizes the President of the Board of Education to execute both the stipulation of settlement and agreement as approved on the Board's behalf. May I have a motion to accept this resolution? Ms. Aragona, second. Mrs. Dinino, all in favor. Second walk-in resolution, 2408G70, be hereby resolved that the Board of Education of the Lynbrook Union Free School District approves the terms of a memorandum of agreement dated August 14th, 2024, between the District of the Lynbrook Teachers Association regarding the modifications of Article 22, catastrophic illness of the parties, 2023 to 2027, collective bargaining agreement. May I have a motion, please? Mr. Murray, second. Ms. Leslie, all in favor? Moving on to consent agenda. I'd like to ask for consent agenda on resolutions 2408C1 through 2408C16, 2408NC1 through 2408NC9, and 2408G1 through 2408G68. May I have a motion, please? Ms. Aragona, second. Mrs. Dinino, all in favor? May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda? Ms. Leslie, second. Mr. Murray, all in favor? Our next meeting will be on Wednesday, September 4th in the high school cafeteria, and the first day of school is on September 5th. So enjoy that last remnants of summer. The weather's actually finally getting nice. Everyone be safe and enjoy.